You think marrying a conqueror sounds like a fairy tale? Ask the 8 women who had no choice. Exiled, divorced, forgotten, dead. Welcome to the real life of Mehmed the Conqueror, and trust me, it's way darker than any drama script could make it. Let's start at the top of the tree, Mehmed II, the man who took Constantinople at just 21 years old. But conquering an empire? That was the easy part. Managing 8 wives and concubines. That's where things get messy. First up, on the far left, Sittişah Hatun. This was his legal wife, married in 1450 for pure politics, when his father wanted an alliance with the Dulkadir Principality. The wedding celebrations lasted 3 whole months, and what did she get after all that? No children, and then total abandonment. When Mehmed moved the capital to Istanbul, he simply left her behind in Edirne. She lived out her days alone and forgotten, dying in 1467, buried beside a mosque she'd built herself. A mosque that today is literally used as a hay barn. That's the ending for a legally wedded sultana. Beside her sits Gulbahar Hatun, the one woman on this chart who truly comes out ahead. She was a concubine, probably of Slavic or Albanian origin, and she gave Mehmed his successor, Bayezid II. Once her son took the throne, she became the most powerful woman in the empire, the Valide Hatun. Her story ends peacefully, buried in 1492, right next to Mehmed himself. Out of 8 women, she's basically the only one with a happy ending. Then there's Gulcha Hatun, and honestly, we know almost nothing about her. No origin story, no background, nothing. All we know is she gave birth to Shehzade Mustafa, moved with him to Konya, and simply disappears from the historical record the moment her son dies in 1474. No records, no grave, nothing left behind. Nexi is Chichchek Hatun, mother of the infamous Cem Sultan. Her background is disputed too. Serbian, Greek, maybe Venetian, depending which source you trust. But her story? Honestly, the most loyal one on this entire chart. When Cem lost the succession war to his half-brother Bayezid, she refused to abandon him. She followed him all the way to Cairo and stayed his fiercest supporter through his entire European exile. She passed away in Cairo in 1498, 3 years after Cem himself died alone in Italy. A mother who fought a war she could never win. Here's where things get political. Ana Hatun was Byzantine royalty, daughter of the Emperor of Trebizond. Mehmed had rejected marrying her years earlier, but after he conquered Trebizond in 1461, she entered his household as a war trophy instead. 2 years later, he simply handed her off to his own vizier, Zaganos Pasha. Most historians don't even believe the marriage to Mehmed was ever real. She was more of a political chess piece than an actual wife. Now this next one hits especially hard. Helena Hatun. She was a Byzantine princess, niece of the last emperor of Constantinople. Mehmed wanted her in his harem after conquering her father's territory. But get this, Greek sources claim he was scared she might poison him, so he never married her at all. Instead, he gave her an estate and a pension in Edirne and forbade her from ever marrying anyone else. She died around 1469, only 27 years old. A hostage kept comfortable, sure, but with zero freedom, watching her entire world collapse around her. Moving on to Maria Hatun, and this one's brutal. She was captured in 1462, and her own son from a previous marriage, Alexios, was executed by Mehmed. Then Mehmed took her into his harem anyway. Just imagine that. The very man who executed your son becomes your husband. Last on the list is Hatice Hatun, daughter of Mehmed's own Grand Vizier, Zaganos Pasha. This marriage was a straight-up trade deal. Mehmed married Zaganos' daughter, and in exchange, let Zaganos marry Ana Hatun. Purely transactional, start to finish. She entered the harem in 1453 and was divorced just 3 years later in 1456. Politics, not love. Look at the bottom right of the chart, and you'll spot 4 more kids whose mothers we don't even know. Shehzada Nuruddin died as an infant. Ayşe Hatun and Fulane Hatun are daughters we barely have any records on. And Kamerhan Hatun was married off to her own cousin. Even this family tree has gaps history could never fill. So take one more look at the whole chart. 8 women, 1 sultan. And only Gulbahar, mother of the next sultan, truly comes out on top. Everyone else? Forgotten in Edirne, divorced for politics, held hostage out of fear, or dying in exile, chasing a throne that never came back. That's the real cost behind an empire's succession. And it's written right here, in this one family tree. Subscribe for more Ottoman stories.